I've started recording. Great. Hi, this is Tori Wilt with the Oracle Technology Network. We're here live at the floor of DevOps speaking to members of the Java community, and I have the distinct honor to speak to Ed Burns. Hey, Ed.
Hey, Tori. Thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
Doing okay. This is an exciting DevOps. Last time I was here, it was called Java Polis.
Wow, that was a while ago. I remember that. So you are an engineer at Oracle, and you are also one of the spec leads for JSF, right?
That's right.
Okay, so tell me what have you been doing lately?
Well, I've been trying to branch out a little bit. Not content with working on one very old web technology in the form of JSF, I decided to move on to and at the same time add helping out on a different one, Servlet.
Oh, okay. So on the web tier, is that where you're interesting? Okay.
Deepening the web tier.
Okay, and so tell me where you are in the process on that.
Well, we just started out. Servlet 4.0 is going to be a part of Java EE 8.
Okay.
And all of our initial JSRs were just published before Java 1, which was early October.
Right.
And so we're at the very beginning now. We're in the phase where we're looking at the issues that are in the issue tracker, prioritizing them, and getting a schedule together.
Okay, interesting. So tell me, why do you need servlets? HTTP 1's been around, 15 years or so?
Exactly. So HTTP 1 has been doing the job pretty well, and Servlet exposes HTTP to the Java platform, and HTTP 2 is the first big revision they're doing to HTTP since 1999, and that's a really long time. But it's a revolution in how the protocol is written. So Servlet is probably the most fundamental way that most enterprise programmers interact with HTTP.
Okay. And
Servlet 4.0 is going to be the surface of HTTP 2 in Java EE.
Okay, excellent. So you said you're in the discussion phase of it?
Yeah, we're just started out with the expert group, and we have a lot of issues that are in the issue tracker, and we're having our discussion on the expert group list. Okay,
so if I'm out in the community and I have a burning desire or I want to learn more, how do I get involved?
Well, ever since JCP became more open, we've really leveraged the java.net infrastructure to allow people to get involved. So we have a project there, it's servlet-spec.java.net.
Okay.
And on that we have a public users mailing list, so you can go onto the java.net project and look for the users mailing list, and anyone can subscribe to that, and that will see the expert group list discussion.
Cool. And we are, I guess people have the feeling like, oh, I have to be an expert at this, I have to really know it inside and out to get involved. Tell me that's not true.
Well, it's a seamless ramp of involvement.
Okay.
Where you can start just by looking at the issue tracker and maybe filing an issue, or perhaps even helping out by looking at an issue that doesn't have enough information and putting more metadata on there for us. If you want to get a little more intimate, then you could subscribe to the users list, as I mentioned. And more intimate still, you could actually look into becoming a JCP member and joining the expert group.
Wow.
But one of the things that I would like to point out with the Servlet expert group, this is my first time leading that group. And so I don't want to change the composition of the group too much.
Okay.
It's always been very focused on vendors that have a software product that either implements Servlet or that includes Servlet in some way in its core product. So that's the focus of the expert group always. And since this is my first time doing it, I'm not going to come in there and say, let's change the whole thing.
Bust the whole place up.
Right, exactly. That's not my style.
All right.
But we do want to welcome involvement, and the users list is a good place for that.
Right, and I've heard from a lot of spec leads when somebody gets on the mailing list and they bother to read the spec and they give feedback from a new perspective. That's valuable. That's gold.
Very much. Right.
Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so Ed's new at this particular spec, so be gentle with him.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
But
be hard on the technology.
But I have to point out, though, I'm very glad that my co-spec lead is Xinghua Chen, and this is his second or third time going around with that spec. So I'm not alone on this.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's what community is about, right? You don't have to do anything alone. So thank you so much for dropping by. I really appreciate it. We know more about CDI and spec and where you're going with stuff.
And
so
Servlet,
appreciate it a lot.
All right.
Okay, thanks, Ed. This is Tori Wilt with the Oracle Technology Network.